Side, full count. Up next for the Trojans will be number 8, the catcher, Luke Harris. He's loosening up there. Good contact over the first base line, foul. Well, Brigham had turned on the jets there. He was going for 2. Drop foul though. The wind is pushing that way a little bit. Wind is blowing from left to right. Be a good chance for one of our guys to go opposite field, home run maybe.
That's right. Get it up, get in the air,
Should we
right
text
field.
Ashton? Well, Ashton and Gage both went right field. So
That's right.
there's a pitch. Brooks takes off. Ball. Does Brooks keep that base then? On the ball, base on balls?
He does, that's
okay.
correct. Yep. It's a live ball. If it would have been a foul ball, then he would have to go back, or if it would have been a...
Or if he hadn't started running?
Nope.
Is that okay?
Nope.
Doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
He's at risk of getting thrown out, obviously, if he goes late or something, but whether that was a hit and run or a straight steal, he just took the base. And
Luke Harris up. Brigham Spence steals second. No throw. A lot of stats here for the Trojans in the first inning. I'm trying to keep loose track. You can correct me, though, as we go along. But we have 2 stolen bases here. It's a shot down to the third, covered by the third baseman. Throw home, no good. Brooks McGivern scores. Brigham Spence is potentially in a pickle, and here he goes. I got him. Catcher had to dive to get his ankle there, but
that's a nice play by North Summit, bringing people into the pickle to fill in behind the guy that's chasing the runner. That was a nice play by the third baseman, actually, get his glove on that ball to keep it in the infield. Morgan did pick up a run, but he still kept it in the infield and led to that out.
2 outs now. During all of that, Luke Harris took third. Nice hit there by Jaron Stewart. Right, that ball's going clear almost to the fence in center field. He easily trots into second, round second. RBI for Stewart.
Some of those other hits, it's up to the scorekeeper, but that was a true legitimate double, driven in the gap way out to left center field, and that's a stand-up double for Jay Stu.
And an RBI.
That's correct.
Morgan scored 4 runs here in the first. Stewart's on second base. 2 outs up. Batting left here is Andrew Applenapp, the pitcher. Andrew has 6 RBIs on the season. We'll check on Stewart there on second.
Andrew's one of the strongest kids in the lineup. I've just been waiting for him to get a hold of one, because he is definitely a kid that could send it over the fence if he connects with it.
It's called strike, and he's lined up here batting left. He's positioned himself well to take advantage of this breeze. See if he takes a big cut here at one of these. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Outside, 1-1. For those of you just joining us, I'm Tyler Quigley. I'm joined by Trevor Lindley. We're at Morgan High School in Morgan, Utah. We welcome those of you. There's a shot. Right field, high pop fly. Caught by the right fielder.
Got under it just a little bit.
He did what we thought, but just didn't get all of it. That's the end of the first inning. Morgan 4, North Summit 0. What did you see there in the first inning?
Oh, I saw good, they came out aggressive, swinging. That's great. That, ball in play, a lot of contact. You never know what's going to happen when you put that ball in play. And so a little bit of a breeze. And they're fortunate with maybe an error or two there, but some really nice hits, move the runners along. That's really important for these guys, just to kind of do their job. They talk a lot about, pass the baton to the next player. Nobody has to be a hero. You just got to get it to the next guy, get on base, get him on, get him over, get him in. That's what they call it.
I like it. Morgan almost was able to get everyone through that first inning up to bat, but missed. We're going to have a little drawing here by the team. Sold some raffle tickets. Jordan Mabos won a bat. I entered for the pickleball set. So
it's coming up.
Well, we'll see. I'm assuming you have a few tickets in there.
I've got a few tickets in there, yes.
Okay. So playing, for those of you who may be just joining us, I'll run through the lineup here for the Trojans. Leading off was Ashton Lindley, number 1. He's playing shortstop today. Number 7, Gage Adams, third base. Left field, number 18, Ben Harden. First base is number 23, Brooks McGiven. Center field is number 9, Brigham Spence. Catching for the Trojans is number 8, Luke Harris. Playing second base is number 12, Jaron Stewart. Pitching for the Trojans, number 21, Andrew Applenap. And batting ninth and playing right field is number 13, Caleb Olson. Andrew is a member of the Morgan High golf team, four-time state champions.
That's amazing. There you have a really good golf team. Yeah, I know he really enjoyed his time doing that.
He needed to take a little golf swing there and get it up a little higher.
A little bit more, yeah. I tease him a little bit, though. We don't need a sandwich out here, Andrew. We want to keep that bat swing level,
Off for the Braves, number 7, Tucker Pace. Here's a pitch to swing, strike.
See, it looks like Luke and Andrew may have talked about that outside strike zone. Luke is set right up on that block on the outside. See him move right there.
Yeah.
He's just dialing that in.
Here's a ground ball. Throw to Brooks. Got him. Nice play there by the Trojans. Ashton Lindley, shortstop. The ball came off the grass a little weird on a weird angle. Did you see that when it hit?
There's a couple of bumps out there last year with that really dry summer. It was hard for the fields crew to keep water on the grass. We have a few little dead spots, just the way it is in a hot summer, and there's a few little wonky bumps out there they have to keep an eye on.
There's a little...
That's trouble. Let it go foul, boys. Oh, he picked it up.
Is that a base hit?
That's a base hit.
Base hit there for the Braves, number 9.
Yep.
Cutler Bloomquist. He's a sophomore. He's a great player. Leads in many categories for the Braves. Has scored 7 runs. Has 4 doubles and 1 triple on the season. Up next, number 4, Braxton Leffler. He's a freshman. Runner at first. Swings on the first pitch. Drops in there. Couldn't get the double play there, but Stewart got the out there. Toss it to Lindley.
Nice play in the lead runner. Sometimes those little flares like that, they're call them a pool shot. They've got a funky spin, right?
Did, yeah.
So it was good that he kind of, he said, I'm not going to catch this, but if you get too aggressive, it can spin away from you. So he got his body in front of it, made the play, got the lead runner.
Up next, number 6, junior Carter Rickett. Ball blocked there by Harris. Had to throw his helmet off, find it.
So this year they've gone to an earpiece. The coach from the dugout calls the pitches.
Oh, really?
And Luke has a little walkie-talkie on his hip. You see right there on the right hip.
Okay.
And he's got a little earpiece to get the pitches in from the coach.
Okay.
In the past, they've used a series of signs or a wristband with some number codes.
Yeah.
To get the pitches in, and this year they decided just to go to the
Is that the
earpiece.
First year that's been in play?
The earpiece, yeah. This is the first year.
Runner at first. Here's a swing. Foul ball.
We actually saw it down at Kanab. A couple of teams had it, and they decided to look into it. And I guess they've decided they like it well enough to keep with it. So
that's nice. We need to get onto their signal so we know what pitch is coming, so we can
get on the same frequency.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So top of the second. Runner goes. Struck him out. A strikeout there for Applemap. Did he just have 1 strikeout? I wasn't paying very good attention there.
So we had the ground out, the shortstop.
Yes, okay, that's right.
And then we had the little fly out.
Okay, so that's his 4th strikeout there for Andrew.
Yep, so 1 strikeout in that inning, 2 ground outs essentially.
Okay. Up first for the Trojans in the bottom of the second will be number 13, right fielder Caleb Olson. Caleb is a senior. What positions does he play throughout the series of a game?
You know, Caleb mostly plays in the outfield, and occasionally he will come in and pitch. He's got that left-handed, throws a lot of junk. He's got kind of a real deceptive, loopy curveball that can be really difficult for a hitter to hit. Sometimes the coaches will bring him in after maybe a faster pitcher's been on the mound, and it really changes up the eye level a lot.
Okay. So I had Mr. Morrell leave his notes up here for senior night, so I'll tell a little bit about Caleb while we have a little time here. He is the son of Brandon and Robin Olson, and he is a happy-go-lucky, easygoing kid. One of his best qualities is he's very optimistic and has never made a negative comment about another person. That's fabulous.
That's awesome.
He'll go far in life by keeping with that attitude. He loves the Atlanta Braves, traveling with his family, playing games, eating ice cream. We need to ask him what his favorite ice cream is, because I have a lot of opinions on that. But we'll get into that if we interview him after the game. So after graduation, he plans to attend Utah State University on an academic scholarship. And he will begin his sophomore year in this fall and majoring in data analytics. He plans to serve a mission for the hip.
He got beaned right
in the hip.
Right there. He'll probably fill that one tomorrow.
Doesn't look like he's making any negative comments.
Oh, he's stretching it out. That's all the players in the dugout. Don't rub it. That's what they say. Don't rub it. You want to show you're tough. Yeah, don't rub it. You don't want the pitcher to know it hurt. You don't rub it.
Yeah, that threw me off when it said he was going to be a sophomore. But now you
must have AP classes, and
that's awesome. Here's President Lindley, swings at the first pitch. Strike. Ashton Lindley, student body president, and your son.
That's right. He's a good kid. We're happy to have him.
Third born in the wilderness.
That's right.
Takes a poke at a pitch that was outside, foul ball. Well, that could have been in the zone. I don't know. Today's zone.
Maybe a strike. You got to swing at it now for sure with 2 strikes. Probably could have let that one go that time and see if you get a ball, but
2 strikes, no outs, or no balls, no outs. Man on first. Takes another cut, hit the top of the netting here behind home plate. What will Ashton look for here, do you think?
I think he's going to, all those pitches have been outside. I think he's looking away. Something he can put right side, up the middle, right side.
Ball was inside, takes a swing at it. It's in the foul ball, just over third base. Think he was looking for that inside at all?
You know what? That's the first time he's really come inside, or not. You know, he's not been inside there very much. So at this point, with 2 strikes, you got to just protect. Probably a little bit of a big zone today with the way the score's going. So you got to protect.
Tell me the name of the mission Ashton's going to. Argentina, but what was the name? I think Mr. Morrell may have butchered it.
I probably will as well.
Ashton, right field, drifting, foul ball.
So it's got 2 names. It's way down the coast, Comodoro. Let's see, Comodoro Rivadavia. And the boundaries go all the way down to like Tierra del Fuego. So like Penguins all the way down the south tip of South America is in his mission.
Are you supposed to roll that R?
Probably.
You're not going to, though?
No.
Okay. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's a pitch. Fouled it, but it was caught. He's out.
Strike out, yep.
Nice high pitch there by number 15, Wyatt. Gage Adams now up for the Trojans. Sorry, I'm stepping on your cord there.
You're good.
Gage had a triple in the first inning. At least that's according to my rough estimate. It may have been an error, but we'll give him a triple. Check on the runner at first. Dives back in safe. Here's the first pitch. Outside, throw to first. Safe. It's a good throw.
A little back pick there, trying to keep Caleb honest.
Is Caleb, what's the steal situation with Caleb? Has he stolen some bases this year?
He might have stolen a couple.
Seemed like looks like he has some speed. Pitch outside, gets away from the catcher, and Caleb will take second. Does that count for a steal?
That does not count for a
Okay.
steal. That'll be
pass ball.
yeah, record as a if the scorekeeper thinks it's on the pitcher, he'll call a wild pitch, and it'll kind of go against the pitcher's ledger. If he thinks the catcher could have gotten it, then it's a pass ball,
Okay.
and it does not get counted as a steal.
2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Ball outside, 3 balls, no strikes. We'll gauge you get the green light here, Trevor.
Probably. I think you would have a green light in this case.
Wind just picked up a little bit, pushing from left to right. Takes a big cut and fouls it out of play. Deep out of play into the other field.
These guys had 4 big games last week, and I know at least Ash was pretty wiped out going into the weekend. You know, some really tight games. They won 2, lost 2, but played them all really close, and so they still may have a little bit of a baseball hangover from last week. They're trying to shake off the cobwebs.
Yeah, there's a base on balls there for Gage. He'll take first. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Number 18, Ben Harden up. Struck out in the first inning. Pitch out. Oh, strike.
There's that ball
I thought
out.
that was out. I thought that was out.
Yep, he's calling them just out there. I think if it's between the white line and the black, he's calling them.
You typically see the same umpires throughout the season here in Morgan. Nice contact there.
That's through.
Through for potentially a base hit. Runners hold.
Bases loaded.
Loaded him up for big Brooks McGivern. This should be exciting.
You couldn't ask for anything else, right?
This is what he dreams about, signing to play football and hitting a grand slam.
This is why he's called the cleanup hitter. It's important he just doesn't get ahead of himself, right? Nice steady swing. Drive it in the gap. Maybe goes over the fence. If he gets outside of his ability here and tries to swing too hard, then that's where you foul it off or strike out.
Here's the first pitch. Outside. Blocked by the catcher. In the first inning, Brooks had an RBI and scored a run. Can't remember, was that a double that he had in the first inning?
Yeah.
Here's the pitch. Swing and foul ball down the right side. Out of play. Right towards our cameras.
They probably actually scored Brooks's hit as a single with an error on the center fielder, which allowed him to go to second. But like I said, it kind of depends on the scorekeeper, how they score it.
Well, I'm scoring it as a double.
He ended up on second base, that's for sure.
Oh, big cut, strike. That was right down the pipe. He wants that bacon bomb.
He's
if
after
he hits
it.
this out, he's getting the bacon bomb. I'm not even going to hesitate to give it to him right now. I don't care what anyone else does. Here's Brooks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Little high. Two and 2, 1 out. Bottom of the second. Brooks McGivern, bases loaded. Another high one. 3 and 2, full count, bases loaded, 1 out. What's the pitcher going to do here, Trevor?
If I were him, I'd say down and away. You're getting that outside pitch. I'd try and find the knees right down on the black.
Here comes the pitch. It's inside. Walked him.
Ooh, that was pretty close.
That was very close. There's a base on balls. Now, how does that run?
Counts as an RBI.
RBI for okay.
RBI for Brooks.
Caleb Olson scored there. Score is 5-0, bottom of the second. Morgan scored 4 runs in the first, has 1 this inning. Up next is number 9, Brigham Spence. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Brigham's a sophomore, leads the team in RBIs with 8. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle. Big hit to the went foul.
Foul ball.
Was blocked by the pole in front of me here.
Having this nice mix of seniors and juniors and sophomores is, sends a good message for the future of Morgan baseball.
Definitely. First inning, he walked and stole a base. Here's a pitch. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Brigham made a really nice catch last week down at Lindquist. The region tournament was played down at Lindquist, and played against Grantsville in the first game and South Summit in the second game, and he tracked down a deep hit almost to the fence last week against Grantsville to get an out, and ended up, I think, with a tag up single run, but otherwise it would have been like a base clearing double.
Wow, nice. Well, he has a chance to clear him here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Brigham spins. Here comes the pitch. Outside, walked him. RBI for Brigham. Up next for the Trojans, number 8, Luke Harris, the catcher. Score is 6-0. Bases are loaded.
So you got a mound visit from the coach. You're allowed to have, if you come out a second time 1 inning, you have to pull the pitcher. So this is his first visit, and he's just trying to calm him down a little bit and say, hey, look, probably telling him you got some defense behind you.
What do you think his message was there to the pitcher?
Probably just try to calm him down and just let him know that, hey, we got some defense behind you. We know the bases are loaded. We know they can swing and hit it, but we just can't walk them around. We can't give them these many free passes because that's not going to get us anywhere. So just pound the zone and keep working down and away. Find that zone and just keep pounding in there. Our defense will help you. He's moved his infield in to try to cut the run here at home.
Luke Harris up to bat, bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch is outside for a ball.
Usually the umpires recognize what's going on here, right? If he can get it back on the black or get it at the knees or get it at the numbers, he'll probably get him a strike call, but he just can't call it when it's, a foot outside or in the dirt.
Here's the second pitch. Right over the plate, popped it up. And it is out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike to Luke Harris. I mentioned this in the first inning. Luke's twin brothers, he's a triplet. They both play basketball, Aiden and Evan. Luke caught the first pitch, so Daniel Moudreau threw out the game pitch a few weeks ago. Daniel Moudreau, member of the Morgan Sports Network team. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Try to look down there in the dugout, see if North Summit has a pitcher they're warming up. It doesn't appear to be.
No.
They must have their next in line must be on the field.
Here's a pitch, swing, ball right over the first baseman's head, drops in there for a base hit. Luke will take 2. 2 runs cross. Luke in for a stand-up double, 2 RBIs.
We have liked that spot over there, haven't we?
All the hit, which is good because we have the best view that way.
That's right. Multiple singles in that little gap there in right field. It's a tough play right there. Those are hits all day long.
Is that a single or?
That's a double. He legged that out. That's a legitimate double when he legs it out like that. Nobody gets to it. So
a double and 2 RBIs there for Harris. Harris is on second, runner on third as well.
So they actually, in the scorebook, Harris is on second. They do something in high school sports called speed up to get the catcher his gear on faster so the game goes faster, so they have kind of a pinch runner in.
Oh, do they? Okay,
That's
thank you.
J.J. Compton now. They're
JJ,
running for Luke, yep.
J.J. also a member of the state champion golf team. Here's the pitch to Stewart.
That's trouble.
Ground ball right in a tough spot. Here's the throw. Got him at first.
Nice play by the third baseman.
Scored a run, though, an RBI there for Stewart.
Yep, put it in play.
He'll take it.
Yep.
His second RBI of the game. He wants that bacon bomb. He doesn't even know about it, but I know he wants it. 2 outs. Morgan up. Morgan has scored 5 runs this inning. Score is 9-1. Andrew Applenapp up, batting left-handed. Runner on third. Here's a swing to the right field. Right fielder running in and got it. That was a high shot there. He again went to the right field eye, but that one was higher than last time.
Those are pretty tough catches in the sun and in the wind. Those are not routine. That right fielder came in and made the play, so that's twice Andrews found the right fielder.
Yeah, that's the end of the second inning. Morgan 9, North Summit 1. Or 0, I apologize, yeah. I was looking at our score thing, and so we've changed that. North Summit has not scored. We wanted Daniel's prediction to be 15-1, so we're trying to help him out, but I guess we need to be true and say it's 9-0. Will we see some new players potentially here, Trevor, for the Trojans?
You know, it'll be interesting to see how the coaches play that, right?
We'd like to do another raffle. We are doing a rifle.
This is the raffle for the rifle. Brad Miner just won a rifle.
Ashton's grandpa
That's
won't
awesome.
be happy. That's where Ashton's grandpa had his
Oh,
tickets, was
boy.
on the rifle.
Grandpa Lindley?
Grandpa Lindley.
Oh, no.
His $20 is all for naught.
Yeah, it went to a good cause.
It went to a good cause.
I'd like to highlight another senior while we have this in between innings, if that's okay with you,
Take it
Trevor.
away, yep.
Let's talk about Ashton a little bit. Ashton Lindley, student body president. He's the son of Trevor and Tiffany Lindley. Has he played all 4 years?
Yep.
Yeah, all four-year player baseball.
Yep.
Ashton. Loves baseball, fishing, skiing, and more fishing and more baseball. I've seen many pictures of him on Instagram fishing with Logan Phillips and his other friends, so that's fun to see. So Ashton will serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints to the Comodoro Rivadavia, Argentina mission. How was that?
That's great. He dialed it in there, I think.
My Finnish isn't helping me with that, but so then he is planning on attending Utah State University and studying business. That's what I did. Ashton is the happiest when he's on the baseball field, outside or on a river, and will miss playing with his teammates and coaches here at Morgan High. Some of his favorite baseball memories include trips to Kanab, the scary bus trip back from Kanab last year in the snow, pitching a no-hitter against Ben Lomond and going 6 for 9 against Grantsville this year in 3 region games, and just spending time with the players and playing the game. Number 1, senior Ashton Lindley. Where he's at. So do you think on senior night, Coach Stewart said, hey, Ashton, what are you feeling?
That's where he's played most of the year. He's either been pitcher, he caught a game or two, but he's mostly either been pitching or shortstop, a little bit of third base. So
do we have a new pitcher?
we do
here?
have a pitching change.
Okay.
Yeah, they brought in Jaron Stewart from second base to pitch here in the third inning.
Okay, who's playing second? Is that JJ?
Second base looks like Brigham Spence.
Brigham.
And I
Here's
think
the first pitch from Stewart. Fouled up, out of play. That might hit the roof. Yep, hit it. Went into the net. That hit right. That would have hit on our heads.
it looks
There's the
like
ball
they've
right there in
moved
front of us.
Ben Harden from left to center. I think Caleb's over in Caleb Olson's in left, and you've got Andrew Applenapp out there in right. And
Okay.
it's a little defensive change. I think the same players are on the field.
1-1. Batting for the Braves is number 5, Coda Tomaiko, sophomore. Strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Number 12, Jaron Stewart on the mound for the Trojans. So any other changes, or did we get all those covered?
I think they're mostly covered there.
It's a pass ball. Swing, strike 3. Here's the throw to first over his head. So we have a runner safe on first with a called strike 3 pass. I don't know how to word all this. Pass ball.
That's right. So it's going to go down as it's basically going to go down as a strikeout. He gets credited for a strikeout, and then it's a drop third strike with probably a pass ball, and then safe at first.
Okay. Runner on first, no outs. Top of the third. Batting for the Braves is, need to wait till he swings so I can see his number here. Strike, got him looking. Loved that when the dust flew up off Luke's mitt there when that ball hit.
Coaches always try and get their pitchers to work ahead. You're always in a better position if you can work ahead in the count. If you get behind, then you have to come across the middle of the plate with a fastball, and that gives the batter an advantage. So that first pitch is critical.
Number 12, Tristan Ovard is up to bat for the Braves. He's a sophomore utility player. Plays second base and right field. That second pitch went right over his head, and he just kind of ducked down. Well, that was an inside fastball there. Was that a fastball?
It looked like a fastball.
Okay. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runner on first. Stewart against Ovard here. Here's the pitch. Over the plate, but low.
Down, a little bit down.
3 balls, 1 strike. What would the coaches be telling Ovard here?
I think he's got definitely swing away. He's looking for one pitch right down the middle, basically.
He
And there
got
it was.
And
he
took
got
the
it.
cut,
Yep.
strikeout there. Or sorry, strike 2. I thought he had him.
That was the one he
I got a
wanted.
little excited. Sorry.
So Jay Stu snuck that by him.
Full count. Runner on first. Walked him. First and second, no outs for the Braves here. Number 16 up, Easton Miller. He's a sophomore. Has scored 7 runs this season. He's a right-handed pitcher, plays second and infield and other infield positions. First pitch, takes a swing. Ball is going right to the center fielder, runs in, makes the catch, checks all the runners, and no one goes. Who made that catch there?
It's Ben Harden,
Ben
sophomore
Harden.
Ben Harden, yep.
And he's fast. He came a long way to catch that.
He gets a good jump, too. He reads the ball really well, always in the game, keeps his head in the game, and good track there.
Looking through all this.
Scholarship at Shoreline Community College in Seattle, Washington right now.
Oh, that's awesome. 1 out. Called strike there. Again, generous outside. What did you call that? The black part of the plate?
The edge of the plate,
The
yeah.
edge, okay.
So they live on the black there if you can find it, if you can get it.
And
you
he
know.
went inside and got him swinging.
It's a good
0-2.
mix, in and out,
Great
up and
pitch
down.
there
Yep.
by Stewart. Will he go fastball here?
Yeah, I think away. I would go away or up. Sometimes they climb the ladder, game to chase.
Here's a ground ball to Lindley. Drops it to second, to first. Double play for the Trojans. Beautiful defense there by the Morgan Trojans.
Twist a pair in the middle there, huh?
Wow, that was nice.
Pitcher's best friend, a little double play ball, grounder up the middle.
Lindley handled that just beautifully, very calmly, tossed it over to, who was playing second?
Brigham Spence.
Brigham Spence,
Yep.
and he got a nice throw over to Brooks McGiven for the
Big stretch.
Is that a 6-4-3?
6-4-3.
Love it. Speaking of numbers, 9-0.
Can you
for the
replays?
Trojans.
No replays?
We haven't done replay. We're working, that's our goal.
Get the replays?
Is for football and basketball replay. We're revamping our website.
Goes to Jason and Karen Talbot. Jason and Karen Talbot won the glove.
Jason and Karen Talbot just won the drawing for the baseball glove. I'm still in it for the pickleball set.
It's
They haven't
coming
announced
up.
it
It's
yet.
got to be coming up soon.
Yeah. I have to admit, I don't have a lot of tickets in. But, Eli McConkey hooked me up with some. Well, that 6-4-3 so far has been my favorite play of the game.
You know, watching the high school baseball, even the college baseball, is a lot of fun for me, and I still like a good major league game. But these major leaguers anymore, they've got this thing going where they've you got all these analytics going, and a lot of these guys are just there to hit those big home runs, and sometimes and they got those pitchers that can throw so hard that sometimes a lot of these major league games anymore are 1-0 or 0-0, and
Can I honor another senior real quick?
Go
I'd like
ahead,
to
it's all yours,
mention,
yep.
Andrew Applenapp, he's the son of Steve and Shaman Applenapp. He was a member of the golf team, but loves baseball. golfing and hanging out with friends. After school, he plans to serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and attend Utah State University. His favorite baseball memory was hitting a triple against Ben Lomond and constantly being hit by pitches.
Which is true for some reason. He doesn't really crowd the plate, I would say, any more than anybody else, but I bet he has been hit, I don't know, like maybe 10 times this year. It's true.
That's gotta hurt.
Yeah. And sometimes multiple times in a game.
Up next for the Trojans is number 13, right, Caleb Olson. He's batting left-handed. Score is 9-0. We're in the top of the third. Here's the first pitch of the inning. Inside for a ball. Caleb Olson is a senior this season. Have we mentioned his, what, have I highlighted him yet?
You
I think
did.
I did, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Caleb. He's been hit by a pitch and scored a run. Got hit right in the right hip. Two balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing. Foul ball into the softball field.
Have you done a softball game yet this year?
We have not. Morgan softball team is doing well, as
They're
well
playing
as
well,
the
yep.
boys soccer team is in playoff mode. It's a foul ball. Boys soccer team plays on Wednesday at 4 o'clock.
This Wednesday?
Yes.
Is that
and
a state game?
It is. It's the second round. They had a bye in the first round. The winner of their game, they play against Emory. The winner of that game will play most likely Juab at Juab. Juab had their first loss in soccer just last week. They came in with a 3 seed. Morgan has a 6 seed in the soccer. They're the runner-up. Here's a shot to right field. Right to the right field. That was a nice hit. Good contact.
He cracked that thing, and that reminded me of the old Sandlot play where he just tells him to stick his glove out and he'll hit it right in. Do you remember that? Remember that, Tyler?
That's exactly what happened. I don't think he moved.
I don't think he ever moved. Caleb could have said, just stick your glove out there and I'll hit it right in there.
That's the first out of the inning. Up next for the Trojans, number 1, Ashton Lindley. Swings at the first pitch, right over second base. In the gap. Yes, it's in the gap. It drops in there. Ashton rounds first into second. And he's going for 3. Nope. He thought about it. That would have been tight. Stand-up double for Ashton Lindley. That's his second double of the game. He has 2 doubles, a stolen base, scored a run, and struck out. But I won't mention too much about that.
That's good. That's how it works. I've been on him a little bit this year because he's a kid that does not like to strike out. And I'm like, Ash, that's part of the game. I'd rather have you have a double and a single and a strikeout than 2 weak ground outs, right?
Yeah.
So get him to swing harder.
Here's Gage Adams. Takes a swing at the first pitch and bounces over the third baseman. Drops in there. Ashton takes third. Gage in for a single. Top of the order here for the Trojans. Ashton leads off. Let's see if we can load him up here again for Brooks. Ben Harden is up. He had a single in the last inning. May have scored a run as well. Can't remember. Is this the same pitcher? I didn't take note.
I don't think they've switched.
Okay. Runners at first and third. Here's the first pitch. Gage goes to steal second. He's in there, dives in for a stolen base. Gage has a triple, an RBI, a walk, a single, and a stolen base. Not a bad line. Brigham pops it up to the first baseman, and it drops in there. Ashton scores a run. Gage takes third. Is that a base hit?
That probably is a base hit. You know,
He was looking right into the sun.
I'm glad I'm not the scorekeeper today, because some of those are, you know, they're really the opinion of the scorekeeper. And that one is probably a base hit. Again, like you said, up in the sun, a little bit of wind over his head.
It's an RBI. 10-0 for the Trojans. Brooks McGivern up to bat. Runners on first and third. 1 out. Top of the fourth. Stolen base there for Harden. No throw.
A scorekeeper might say kind of the easiest first guess is if it hits him in the glove and they drop it, they'll call it an error.
Did it hit his glove? I think it just
did.
dropped right in.
Yeah,
Because there was 3 players going in on that. And
That's
there's
trouble.
A shot
That's
right
in the
to the gap for
Yep,
Brooks.
that's down.
And it is down up against right against the fence there in right center. Brooks with a stand-up double.
He needed
2
about
runs scored.
10 more feet. That would
That
have
would have
been
been
fence, I
gone.
think.
Yeah, it didn't even look like he swung that hard, but
Nope.
it really just took off. Well, Brooks has 4 RBIs now. And a double. 1 out. Morgan up 12-0. Up for the Trojans is number 9, Brigham Spence, who has walked twice, stolen a base, and has an RBI. See if he can make some contact here, if he can get a pitch. Inside. 2 balls. No strikes. Pitcher is number 15, Wyatt Morrow. He's a junior from North Summit. Strike on the outside corner. Coach Stewart, Trevor, his record for the Trojans is 40-42 for his career. Get close to even that up if they can hold on for this win.
Yep. Coach Stewart and the staff have done a really nice job of making the baseball program, you know, the boys proud to be part of it. I think he brings a lot of enthusiasm and excitement to the team. There's a good
shot
drive.
right to center field, going right, and it drops in there for back again to the fence. Brooks McGivern around to score, and we're going in for a slide-in triple. Brigham Spence with a triple and an RBI. He has 2 RBIs. Score is 13-0. Here's the
Mound visit. This might be the end of this guy's day, I think. Yep, looks like he's switching pitchers.
Luke Harris will be batting for the Trojans after this. Yep, we're doing a little switch here.
Yeah, so I was saying the coaches have done a really nice job. You know, making it, you know, a proud place to be part of a team. Great competitiveness. They work hard all through the fall. They're given a lot of time. If the boys aren't playing football, if they want to, they play in a fall baseball league just kind of for fun to keep their skills going. They start really steadily, definitely after Christmas and in January, doing open gyms and everything, getting the Century Center. So there's just a lot of effort going into these boys, and it's a huge credit to the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. Looks like the Braves are going to go with number 7, Tucker Pace. Will take the mound here in the top of the 4th.
It's like a big kid. Looks like he's throwing a little harder than the first guy. See if he can dial in the strike zone here.
It's a generous strike zone, I'll tell you that. It's been one of the best weather days we've had up here in Morgan for a game. Beautiful backdrop with the snow-capped mountains, and
it's a great place to play baseball, and you're right. We have, I mean, it's spring baseball in Utah, so that's a given, but we've not had many sunny days.
it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really killing my golf game.
I can imagine. We may get one more game here Friday. I don't know if they explained how that works to you. Maybe we get a little break here. I can talk about how
Yeah,
that works.
Please do.
So much like football and all the other sports, the Utah Athletic Association's gone to this kind of this algorithm of wins, and in baseball it's how many you win and how well your opponents that you've beat have won. So you get credit for strength of schedule, and that goes to what's called the RPI, or the, I think, relative performance indicator. I forget the acronym, but it's basically a ranking.
Here's Harris up to bat. Here's the first pitch from Pace. Bounces it in. Blocked. We have a runner on third.
So
Brigham Spence is on third. Keep going, Trevor.
That ranking determines where you land in the state playoffs, and so with 20 teams basically in 3A this year is the reclassification.
Strike. 1-1.
Where we've just had a couple of those close losses against some of those better teams. It's kind of left us a little bit down the bottom of the ranking, but what that means is the bottom teams will have a play-in game on Friday.
Okay. One game only.
One game. Okay. So the once you make the final 16, then it's double elimination bracket from then on. But these bottom teams will have a play-in game. So we'll definitely have one more game Friday, and we don't know where. It could be here. It could be somewhere else. Against basically the teams that are like 13 through 20, kind of have this play-in game to make those bottom 8 teams get to see if they can be one of those last 4 teams to get in the bracket, essentially.
Okay. And once the playoffs, after the play-in game happens, is it one and done, or is it a best of 3? How do they do it?
So the play-in game is a one and done, but once you make it to that bracket, then it's double elimination. And so what will happen on Friday will be those play-in games, and then Saturday will be a series of pods, they call them, and there'll be 4 teams at 4 different locations, and those 4 teams will kind of
stolen base there for a pinch runner for Harris, number 2. Is that JJ?
That's JJ Compton. Yep.
Stolen base there for Compton.
So once you go on Saturday in those pod plays, each team will play once, then they'll play again, and there will be a
Stewart with a sharp ground ball to third, and it gets through. 2 runs will score. Stewart will take second. Yes, he goes to second and slides in. Safe. That was close. 2 RBIs there.
Nice hit by Jay Stu down the third base line. He's had a good day.
He has.
Picked up some hits.
He wants that bacon bomb.
He's after it.
He has a double and 4 RBIs.
He's a candidate.
50. He is.
He's a candidate.
He's definitely a candidate. Up here for the Trojans next is number 21, Andrew Applenap. He's popped out twice. Oh, did he get hit?
Close, of course, with Andrew, right?
It's a pass ball, so Stewart will take third.
Yeah.
Pitch is outside.
Up and out.
Balloon just blew away. Pitch from Pace. Foul ball right into the dugout. Braves dugout. 2-1. Morgan has scored 4 runs in the first, 5 in the second, 6 in the third. Score is 15-0. Got him.
And there it is.
Andrew Applenap hit by a pitch. He's taking his time getting down to first. Well, he's living up to that, what he said, didn't he? Up next, Caleb Olson, who was also hit by a pitch.
I mean, now that Saturday, one team will lose twice, and they'll be out.
Okay.
One team will win twice, and they'll be still be in the winner's bracket, and 2 teams will end up with a win and a loss, and they drop down the loser's bracket. And then the following week,
Applenap steals second and throw to third, safe. Everyone's safe. Okay.
Everyone's safe.
So can the losers bracket come around and still win state?
They can, yeah.
Okay.
In the way the bracket's set up is they can emerge from the losers bracket and come back and fight for a championship. They'd have to win twice that last day because there's a team sitting on top that would have not ever been beat, waiting for that loser to come back up, and so you have to beat them twice in the same day, which is a tall order usually.
Yeah.
But yes.
Nice pitch there by Pace for a strike. Who's the favorite in 3A this year?
That's a great question.
Nice curveball in there for a called strike 3.
That was his first off-speed pitch. I think all the other ones up to that point would have been fastballs through a little,
really
little
nice
bender there.
Nice pitch there by Tucker Pace. Lindley up to bat now, and he's going to...
I think they have a question maybe on the count in that last at bat, whether it was a third strike or just a second strike.
I wasn't paying enough attention to notice.
Nor was I.
Well, Ashton's going to bat left this time.
Yep, he's going to try his switching skills here.
How does he do from the left? Lindley up. Takes a big cut, and it fouled into the softball field. Lindley has a double. 1 strike on Lindley. 1-1. Is that Harris? Lindley dives at it, goes right towards first base, and little collision there. Did they get it? Did they get him?
I think they called him out.
Called him out. Is that a tag out?
I don't know.
Lindley's still down. He got tripped up there and kind of thought he might let it go.
Yeah, he did score, but he felt.
To celebrate our seniors, we have a taco truck over there, and it is ready for whoever wants to get some tacos.
We're going to do another drawing. Who's pitching here, Trevor? Same?
They switched again. This is Caleb Olson.
Caleb Olson will take the mound now for the Trojans. And what can you tell me who's on first?
It's still Brooks at first. Short.
Harris catching.
This time we'd also like to announce another winner.
Harris catching. Gage at third.
It goes to
Looks like they moved Ben Hart into left, and they've got Brigham Spence in center and Andrew Albanov in right.
Was that the kind of the game plan to stick with the seniors today?
I think that's probably what they'll do. You know, when you get ahead this far, it's a little bit of a, you know, what does the coach do, right? Does he bring in some of the JV guys, which is maybe normal plan, but on senior day, he may just let them finish this one out.
Okay. Do you think the umpire, is it up to the umpire to call the 10-run thing or what?
It's pretty much a given. If we get through the top of the 5th and it's still beyond 10 runs, that will be the end of the game.
Okay. So we're in the top of the 4th, correct?
That's correct.
What I don't know that this would happen in this particular game, but if it's tied up, do you play it all out till someone wins?
We've had one. I don't know the exact rules in Utah High School Athletic Association for extra innings, but we did have an extra inning game this year that we played to about. I think we played it to 10 innings. So it was tied after. We may have played 9 innings. It was tied after 7. Didn't they just play it till it's over?
Okay. Paxton Smith is one of the top players on this Braves team. Leads in many categories. He is a sophomore. Strike. 2-1. I'll tell you what Daniel Mudrow wants right now.
You want
contact there by Smith. Single.
So back to your earlier question, in the 3A this year, the top 4 or 5 teams are there's Canyons, it's Grantsville, and then I think one of the charter schools, I want to say American Leadership Academy, might round out those top 4.
Okay. I think Grantsville won last year, didn't they?
They took state last year. Yeah,
Okay.
They're the defending state champions.
I believe they took in softball and baseball. Tucker Pace, pitcher, is up to bat right now. Ball is 1-1, no outs, runner on first. Smith is on first. Who are your early candidates for the Bacon Bomb certificate from Bingham's Custom Meats?
Gosh, we've had some great players today with a lot of offense. I think
Which was fun because that's what he's known for.
that's right. It kind of fulfills that destiny, I guess. So that I think he's a candidate. I think Jaron Stewart's had some great offensive production and pitched a scoreless inning.
There's a throw down to second on a stolen base, and he's in there for a stolen base for Paxton Smith. Throw looked a little
wide.
wide. Okay, interrupted you. What else are you thinking? Just off the top of your head.
I think Brigham's had a couple RBIs as well.
He has.
Center fielder.
Well, this is according to my loose stats here. I'll tell you a little bit of what's happened. So Ashton Lindley has three doubles. Am I calculating? Did he have three doubles?
Nope, I think he had two.
Two, okay. Ben Harden, single, couple of singles, RBI, stolen base. Brooks McGivern, a double, 4 RBIs, 2 doubles, 4 RBIs.
Yeah, here I'm cheating a little bit, looking up what the coaches got on his score here, but you're right on target there with Jay Stu has 4 RBIs, Luke Harris with 3, Brigham with 2, and Brooks with 4. So you got 2 4 RBI day, folks. Brooks with 2 hits. So there's definitely some candidates there. You've got Ash with 2 hits, Brooks with 2 hits.
Who was involved in the 6-4-3? It was Ashton to
Brigham to Brooks.
Mm-hmm. I love certificates. We have our Oregon Sports Network certificates. So runners on first and second. That was a walk there for Pace. He walked up. Next is number 9, Cutler Bloomquist, sophomore. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1, no outs. Top of the 4th. Yes. Almost hit David Halls, our executive producer. Our next broadcast will be Wednesday, as we will be live streaming the boys' second round soccer playoff game at 4 o'clock on Wednesday.
Is that here?
It is, yep. We invite you to check out here's a shot to the right side and in for a base hit. That loads them up. No outs. That was number 9, Cutler Bloomquist with a single. Up next, number 4, Braxton Leffler. He's a freshman, Trevor.
Nice.
Bases loaded, no outs.
A little pressure on the 9th grader here.
Olson gets the sign, gets the pitch in. Looked like that. Nice little Quartz Network. Just strike. Brett Mills with Academy Mortgage. Benjamin Brown with Cornerstone Real Estate. Heinz Country Store. Mountain Green Dental, Dr. Ben Clark. It's a strike. K&L Acoustic and Drywall, one of our sponsors. About that quite a bit on the Morgan's We Would Please live stream per fan.
Not to mention our
sport, and it's awesome. He threw out the first pitch earlier this year at a game. A strikeout there for Olson.
That's big because you get a ground ball here, you can get maybe another double play and get out of the inning.
That's what he's hoping for, isn't it? Up next is number 6, Carter Rickett Jr. for the Braves.
Looks like the taco truck's a big hit. We got a lineup over there.
It is. I'm starting to smell some aroma from that. It's a swing and a miss. Strike one.
A queue of teenagers, of course, right?
Oh yeah, they're ready. Bases loaded, 1 out. No balls, 1 strike. Cancel that. 2 strikes. What will Olson do here? Is the coach signaling in every pitch?
He's signaling in every pitch.
What do you think he's telling him here?
Well, he doesn't want to.
Didn't want to throw behind him.
Looks like it might have hit him.
Miss, scored a run there.
So what coach probably gave him was probably a fastball just so he could, try to get a strike. Sometimes he'd throw a curveball in that situation and get him to chase, but
Who are the
it's behind you, got a big lead, just keep pounding the zone. Lots of strikes is what he's telling him to do. Play lots of fastballs here and just let him hit it and we'll get him out.
his son Caleb played.
That's right, Caleb played. And
Number 5, Kota Tomiko is up as a sophomore for the Braves. 1 out, runners on every base. Bases loaded. Here's the first pitch.
get him to try to chase, a little ground. Even if they hit it, it's probably a ground ball to Brooks and you get an out.
Just did exactly what you said and got the strike called. Let's just say there was a little grounder to Brooks. Would he go home with that?
You know, it depends on how it gets him. If it gets him really in front, he's got his momentum coming forward, he can probably go straight home. If it kind of gets him off the side or it takes him away from coming home, then he'd probably just go to first base. There he was, paint that outside black.
2 strikeouts for Olsen. For those of you keeping track, that is the 7th strikeout for the Trojans this game. Outside again, got it, strike 1. We appreciate Wardell Brothers Construction as one of our sponsors. Great Morgan company. But strike 2. That was in the batter's box.
That one's out.
That's a good try, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. Score is 15-1. This is the score Daniel predicted would be the final for the game. Tries it outside again, 2-2.
That was a little off speed. He threw the curveball on that one, tried to kind of bend it back over the corners. Just started a little too wide, ended a little too wide.
What kind of speed can these guys throw?
Well, the
like the fastball there, which got him swinging for a strike.
a real, what you might call 3A. Some of those top schools with the top pitcher this year that's just that might go play college baseball. They're probably throwing low to mid 80s.
Okay. You mentioned another senior.
Go ahead.
Brooks McGivern.
Yep.
When Brooks isn't playing baseball, he loves to play pickleball, fish, and golf. After high school, he has his mission call. He'll serve in the Minneapolis mission, and it goes into Canada.
We'd like to announce the winner of the pickleball set.
Here goes the winner of the pickleball set.
Joan Davis.
Oh, come on.
Joan Davis.
Joan Davis.
Pickleball set.
I entered for that. You sure?
Maybe you negotiate with Joan. Maybe you buy her a taco or something.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I didn't win the pickleball set. Anyway, so his favorite baseball memory was in his junior year when he hit a home run and while trotting the bases took down Coach Rhodes from a shoulder bump. You don't chest bump Brooks McGivern.
You better be ready, that's for sure.
Yeah, you've got to have your feet set.
That's right.
So Brooks is a heck of a guy. It was fun watching him play football this season and protect Nicholas Randall Despain Jr. III, our quarterback, and Tate Nilsson. It's fun to see Brooks and his younger brother Cooper out there on the offensive line together, and seems like just a sweet guy.
He's a good kid.
Yeah. And he's good. It's good to know he's our friend in case we ever need a bodyguard.
That's right. Ash has made a little connection with him this year. They've met now a couple times through family connection because Ashton's first cousin who plays football. That's right.
Pitching for is still Pace here for the Braves. It's a pitch to Gage Adams, drives it right past the shortstop for a base hit. Good contact there by Gage.
Stung that one well.
He had a single last inning. He has a triple, 2 singles. He's walked and has an RBI. He's in the running for a Bacon Bomb.
You've got a lot of candidates.
It's going to be a tough call. Everyone's playing well today. Ben Harden is up.
Think.
Deep, going right over the head of the right fielder.
Yep.
Up against the fence, and he has to hold there. A deep single. Gage took third. Nice shot there by Harden. Do you think he may take?
Just might have him playing station to station. In other words, take a hit, take your base.
Okay.
You know, not a bunch of extra steals. You know,
Okay.
you're going to win this game. You want to.
Brooks McGiven takes a deep shot, deep, and that's back over the head of the left fielder, up against the fence. Run scores. Gage scored. Brooks takes first. And there's 2 deep singles past the warning track up against the fence. Has 5 RBIs.
That's pretty solid.
It is.
He's been on target, so I think he's definitely a candidate.
Runners on first and third. Brooks is on first. Brigham Spence is up to bat.
And what you've
Ben
got
Harden is on third.
was probably low 60s. This guy's, or you know, maybe 70. This guy's mid 70s, and so they're on time a little more, and they're really cracking it out there.
Called strike 2 on the outside. No surprise there.
It's funny, those umpires sometimes will call it on the outside, but not on the inside, the same distance.
It's the bottom of the 4th. That one, a little high.
There's a little curveball he tried to throw in there. He tried to find the top of that zone, didn't quite find it.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Brigham Spence. Runners on first and third, no outs. Top of the 5th. We're in the bottom of the 5th.
We're in the bottom of 4.
Bottom of the 4th, my
Bottom of
bad.
4,
Sorry,
yep.
yes. Bottom. Full count, no outs. PJ Williams is on our camera, which is stationed on the top of the visitors' dugout. We have 2 cameras there. So base on balls there. Walk for Brigham Spence. His third walk of the game. Loads him up here for Luke Harris. Is Luke swinging for the fences here? Is he going to try to be conservative?
You know, in this situation, I would swing for the fence, I think.
Why not?
Why not?
Bases loaded, no outs.
This is the time to
Solid
do it.
lead. Ball was inside, up near head level.
If you're in a close game, you want to just put it in play, get something to happen, move the runners. But this stage of the game, I would say let her rip.
Batters have not been taking many pitches, have they?
Nope.
So he took that one, so 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Bases loaded. Luke Harris. Swing, makes contact, gets through. 1 run scores. Luke Harris with a single. And an RBI. He has 3 RBIs, a double and a single, and a walk. So he has as J.J. Compton in again to run for Luke. So okay, bases still loaded. Number 12, Jaron Stewart up. Jaron has a double and 4 RBIs. Here's a shot, pops it up to the shortstop who dropped the ball here, Trevor.
I think so. So what probably should have happened is it should have probably been called an infield fly rule, and the batter should have been out. But they didn't call it infield fly; they just let it play, and he dropped the ball, and so the runners needed to move, and we didn't. We had the bases loaded, right? So the guy from second to third kind of went back, and then got thrown out at third base.
So is that, do you think, a single and an RBI?
It's probably a single and an RBI.
Okay. There's Applenap. Got hit by a pitch in the last inning.
Single and RBI. Might be scored an error and RBI, but either way, it's ball and
shot to the right field, and it drops in there and hits the pole.
Hits the foul pole.
That was a deep shot there by Applenap. Oh, he was almost to second and had to run clear back.
Yes, because they're, like I said, they're playing station to station. They're trying not to
that
run up.
Almost bounced out.
It did. It would have been a ground rule double. They would have had to keep sending them because it would have been a ground rule double.
Each time he's been up to bat, he's gotten deeper and deeper into right field.
That's right. If he gets one more chance, it could go over.
Number 13, Caleb Olson is in. He has 3 strikeouts pitching. Struck out 3 batters. So will the JV game start directly after this game?
I would think so. I assume they're playing a JV game. I haven't talked to Coach about that, but I'm guessing they will. Do you know, are they playing JV game?
Here's Olsen up. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded. Ball gets past the catcher, but runners don't advance. 3 balls, no strikes. Green light here.
Oh, yeah.
No signals needed.
No signals needed. He had 2 big doubles against South Summit up in Camas a few weeks ago that led to us winning the game. Got a couple runs in that day, so that was really important for the
South
Trojans.
Summit, a solid team, aren't they?
They're pretty good. They're improved. We ended up splitting with them this year.
Gracefully walks across home plate. So depending on what happens in the top of the, you think after the top of the fifth now, bases loaded, 1 out. Batting right-handed this time. Last time he batted left-handed and got kind of dinged up and tied up with the first baseman.
Looks like he lived to tell about it, though. He's back for another crack.
He's back. President Lindley, Morgan High Student Body President at bat, number 1. He's a nice shot to the, just foul.
Foul ball. I didn't see it down there. Was it pretty close?
I saw it was close. About 1 foot outside of the line there.
But I think he's come to. I think he's pretty excited.
Is Tyson giving him some Spanish lessons?
They're working on it. Yep.
Good. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out for to number 1, President Ashton Lindley. Another shot, and that was foul. Right towards Coach Stewart. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Extra base hits in this game. It's another shot foul down the left field line. Is there a limit on fouls?
There's not. Nope. As long as they keep throwing it in there and they keep hitting them.
Here's the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Made good contact. That one goes over the head of the shortstop and might drop in there.
Yep.
And it does. Drops in there. Here's the throw in to the catcher. No good. Base hit and an RBI for President Ashton Lindley. That was Ashton's first RBI. Makes sense, as the leadoff guy isn't going to have a lot of RBIs typically. Is that kind of what you're looking at?
Yep, probably true.
Up next for the Trojans is number 7, Gage Adams. Gage Adams is the Morgan Sports Network Athlete of the Month. That's sponsored by one of our X-Balm, Extreme Lip Protection, made in the USA, xbalm.com.
Gage leads all of high school baseball in the state of Utah right now, strikeouts.
That's right. I forgot to mention that. 97 Ks for Gage. That's amazing.
Above all, 4A, 3A, 5A, 6A, all the classifications he leads.
That's going to take him a little far, isn't it? That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. He's a really good pitcher.
What's his favorite pitch, you know?
You know, you'd probably have to ask him, but I think, you know, he really just pounds a fastball down really well, and he can hit about 80. He's been clocked about 83, 84. Wow. So if you put that down on the knees on that outside black, it's tough to hit, and he lives down there a lot.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Gage Adams, bases loaded. Takes a swing to the third base. Caught. Out at home.
I called him out. Yep. On the exchange, they made an out there.
He was trying for a double play there, wasn't he?
Yep.
Just couldn't get the ball out of his glove.
Yep. It's a good call by the umpire.
Ground out. Rare ground out there for this game.
Yep.
Score is 20-1. Bases are
still loaded.
Still loaded. 2 outs. Ben Hart. Is this Ben?
That's correct.
Ben Harden out. Bases loaded. Here's the pitch. Ball.
Yeah, the other pitcher right behind Gage, I haven't checked for a week or so, but the pitcher from Delta, another 3A pitcher that we actually faced last week here.
Gage pops one up to the right fielder, and he makes the catch.
He makes the catch. He's been busy out there today.
Right into the sun, too.
He's been busy.
That's it. So that's the end of the 4th inning. Morgan scored 5 runs that inning. Score of 20-1.
Yeah, there's another pitcher from Delta. He pitched against us last week, and Morgan battled and lost. Delta's maybe the 5th, maybe 6th best team in the state, and we lost 5-4. Really close game. Just needed one more hit or something to get it done. And they pitched their guy, and he has, I think, 80 or 90 strikeouts, so he's right there behind Gage.
At this time, we'd like to do the last drawing. This is for the lift kit, Dylan Talbot. The lift kit goes to Dylan Talbot.
Dylan Talbot just won a lift kit.
Or if Dylan has a truck.
I don't even know what a lift kit is.
It's to jack up your truck.
I have one, but I didn't enter it, so
You jack up the Ford Explorer, the Quigley family Ford Explorer.
that thing's dead.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. So let's talk MVPs. Make some decisions here, should we?
Well, I think I would probably look close at Andrew Ablanop. Came out strong, didn't really walk anybody. Got those first 2 innings behind him. 4 strikeouts, 6 outs, no runs. I don't even know if there was a hit he gave up, and really set the tone on the defense. That's definitely a candidate.
Okay.
I think he's a candidate. I think if I check my cheat sheet here again on what the scorekeeper has for RBIs, I mean, you got Brooks with 5 RBIs and Jaron Stewart with 5 RBIs. That's
big.
pretty competitive right there. So I think that's something to be, that's something to think about right there. In terms of hits, you've got Brooks with 3 hits, Ash with 3 hits. Ash doesn't have the RBIs, but I just think that those are kind of my 3 candidates.
Ashton was involved in that 6-4-3.
Turned a double play,
Yeah.
made a couple other plays.
Can bomb for the Braves too.
I think that second pitcher really came in and, he gave up some runs, but he came in a tough situation and gave up less runs. I think that's what you got to look for in that situation. Let's see if they've got a
Number 7, Tucker Pace.
number 7. Let's see who's got there.
Paxton Smith had a really solid base hit and scored a run.
Yeah, Pax has a hit, and their third baseman Cutler has 2 hits. Those are their 3 hits. So a kid with a 2-hit day when nobody else has really had a hit would also, I'd say, be a candidate.
No, I totally agree. So Caleb Olson is still pitching for the Trojans. Do you see any other changes out there?
Nope, looks like left all those seniors in, let them get their last moment of basking in the Morgan sunshine here.
A nice shot there, caught.
That's a nice play by Jay Stu.
Stewart with a nice defensive catch there. Had to take a knee and slide a little. Gonna have to wash his uniform after that one. Is that helping his cause for the bacon bomb?
Oh, I think so.
That was a good play.
That's a nice play. Be a no-brainer.
Just hasn't happened as often. His dad, Tony Jarrett, is a former coach at Morgan High. I invited him to join us as well, but he had to work. It's a real job, just got in the way.
It's too bad. So those would be my 3 candidates. I'll let you choose between Andrew Albanop, started out strong pitching, had a couple hits. Jaron Stewart with the 5 RBIs, as well as Brooks McGibbon with the multiple RBI games. So I think those are your three good candidates.
Okay, well, I'm going to make a decision here, and I'm going to go. How many hits do you have? 3?
He had multiple walks. I'm showing like a couple hits.
So Jaron Stewart with the MVP Bacon Bomb by Bingham's Custom Meats. We'll try to get an interview with him after the game if we could. Maybe we could have him come up here and get on the headset.
He pitched a
We'll play there and throw to Brooks. Sorry, I interrupted you there. I got excited
That's
when
good.
Ashton did that. So for our other MVP, which gets a certificate signed by myself and Mike Despain and sponsored by Brett Mills at Academy Mortgage, put on your fridge, has no cash value unless your parents give you some cash. Going to go with senior.
I think they might be. I think they're subbing out the seniors right now. Or no, are they going to let Brooks pitch? Brooks was going to be one of our pitchers, and he's got some elbow problems, right? His elbow's been giving him fits, and so he really hasn't pitched much this year, although he would have been one of our pitchers. Looks like they're going to give him, with 2 outs, give him a batter here to kind of end that way.
Do you think we could send someone down to bring Jaron up to talk to us? Do you think we could have Jaron come up and talk to us, Jaron and Ashton, after we have someone go get him? Okay. Now, do you want me to make a decision on the North Summit?
I think it's either the third baseman that had those 2 hits or that Tucker Pace that came in and kind of, pitched pretty well in given the circumstances.
He did, yeah.
Yep.
You make it. You call it.
I think number 7, the pitcher.
Tucker Pace,
Yep,
okay.
that's who I'd give it to.
Have you had a bacon bomb?
I have not.
Oh,
I've heard about them though.
What are you doing?
We've started to buy a lot of our hamburgers up there and steaks at Bingham Meats. I do need to get a bacon.
I prefer the powder keg. It's roast beef wrapped in bacon.
Oh.
And then rolled in pepper. It's just a little slice of heaven.
I saw a T-shirt the other day said, "That's too much bacon," said no one ever, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So give Brooksy a chance here to make a pitch. That was a pretty good pitch down a little bit. Yeah, Brooks about a third of the way into the season, his elbow's giving him problems, and MRI revealed some partial potential damage there. So they shut him down, and he's been playing first base ever since.
How about if I interview, if you're okay, I'll interview Jaron, and then I'll have you interview Ashton.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Base hit there for number 1, Smith. You can present that to Ashton, a little MVP. I'm filling out the certificates here while.
Couldn't quite glove it in foul territory.
In addition to the Bacon Bomb MVP, we also have an additional certificate for North Summit. Should we go with Paxton Smith with two hits there?
I like that, yep.
Okay. Brooks McGivern trying to close this out. It's back. Could be some North Summit fans trying to sabotage it. Here's number 7, the Bacon Bomb MVP with a pop-up. To Lindley to end the game. That's the end of the ball game. Morgan 20, North Summit 1. Congratulations to the Morgan Trojans on a great game. They played some great offense and some great defense, Trevor.
That's right. Did we send a runner down to get those 2 boys?
We did.
We did, okay.
So we will have an interview here. Hey, Austin, can you text password? All right, so we'll present that to Paxton. And what impressed you most about how the Trojans played there, Trevor?
I thought it was good that they really just came out swinging the bats, right? Sometimes you think, oh, I'm going to take a walk here, or I'm going to wait to see what comes along. But I just like how they really got going with their bats early. Once they found those early strikes, they just started hunting those strikes and put the ball in play, and good things happened. I also like that it was a pretty clean game on defense. North Summit did put the ball in play a little bit. There was quite a few strikeouts, but we had no errors essentially. So
Yeah.
we're scored 15 hits and no errors, and that'll always end up in a good outcome.
That's fabulous.
Yep. So not a single error there by the Trojans. So some good ground ball outs, that nice double play, a couple fly ball outs, and no errors. And
Looks like the team is getting a team pitcher out there, which is awesome here. Probably Kip Adams is taking the picks. He sends those to me, and we get those on our Instagram. If you want to follow along, it's at Morgan Sports Network on Instagram and Facebook. You can check out some of our interviews and stats and different things.
Looks like we've got a taco here in the booth. How is it? Got a thumbs up on the taco truck.
For those of you in Morgan, come over to the game for the JV game. There's a taco truck here. JV players are getting ready, loosened up out there.
Got the camera there pointing to the Morgan Trojan boys. That's still broadcasting, right, I assume? Is it? Or is that how that works?
Yeah, so we have camera for us. It's hard to see. Looks like he can't see us in here. We're waving.
Waving out the window.
So you may not be able to see us, but we're going to talk to our MVPs here. Jaron Stewart and Ashton Lindley. Brooks McGivern played his heart out too. Applenapp, Gage Adams had a good game. He's the Morgan Sports Network April Male Athlete of the Month.
So now they just got to, they'll practice tomorrow and Wednesday, and probably Wednesday night or Thursday morning there'll be a post of where those games will be at. And we had a couple wins last week, and if everything would have ended before last week, we would have probably been going to Manti for that one game play-in game against Manti. But maybe we flipped that last week, and maybe they'll be here. We'll see.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we may get one more home game here on Friday, but there definitely will be a game Friday. And then if they pick up a W, they'll be playing a doubleheader somewhere on Saturday.
That'll be good. Hopefully the weather holds.
I'm going to step out just for a minute, say goodbye to a couple relatives. Is that okay?
Please do, yes.
Yep.
And then you come up here and interview Ashton.
We'll do it.
Unless you want me to, but I think it'd be fun if you did it.
Okay.
So we'll stay on here for a minute while Trevor says bye to his friends, and we'll get our MVPs up here. We appreciate those of you who have stuck with us here on Morgan Sports Network. Our MVPs are working their way towards the crow's nest. Here comes Jaron Stewart. We'll visit with him a little bit. Here he comes. Getting prepped here. Have a seat there, Jaron. Good game.
Thanks.
You played so good. So we had you as our MVP player of the game. You have won a bacon bomb from Bingham's Custom Meats. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
And tell us about the game.
Good game. Everyone played well.
Yeah.
We got on the bats. Just started hitting the ball. That's all we needed to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what was your favorite play of the game?
That little sliding one that I caught.
Oh, that was awesome. That's actually what sealed the bacon bomb for you. We were debating, is it going to go to Ashton, Brooks, Andrew? When you made that catch, that sealed it. It's a good job.
Thank you.
Good to see a good defensive play. What did you think of that 6-4-3 that Ashton started?
Oh, nice.
That was solid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So what was working well for your team?
We were just playing as a team, and everyone was just hitting the ball, putting it in play.
You had 5 RBIs. How did you do it?
I just swung the bat, tried to hit the ball.
Yeah. So what are you going to do when baseball season's over?
I don't know. I'm just gonna work and then.
Good.
Yeah.
So have you played all 4 years here, Morgan?
Yeah.
What's been your favorite? I know that we've mentioned this on, and you mentioned it when you're senior night, but what's your favorite memory of playing at Morgan?
The Kanab trips.
Yeah.
So staying in the hotel with everyone.
That's fun. That's cool. So are you going to try to pursue any baseball after your mission or after college? What are you
Yeah, I
thinking?
might try to walk on somewhere.
Good.
To like Dixie or something.
Do you play any other sports?
Just baseball.
You're a purist. You don't even play pickleball?
Pickleball.
Okay. That's fun. Well, we're really proud of you. Thank you for representing Morgan so well and being such a great person and a great student, a great athlete, and just all around great representative for Morgan High and the community. we're proud of you, and we appreciate you being here, and congrats on the MVP.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Okay, well, good game. Thank
Thank you.
you. Well, now we're going to, you give that to Ashton. I'm going to give my headset here to Trevor for a little interview with Ashton Lindley.
Okay, we've got Ashton Lindley here, senior shortstop with Morgan Trojans, and the Morgan Sports Network has looked at all the information today and awarded Ashton the most valuable player, sponsored by Academy Mortgage. So way to go, Ash.
Thank you.
So one thing that Tyler quickly noticed in your gameplay today was, some strong defense. Would you say that's kind of one of your trademarks?
Yeah, definitely my forte. I'm known for my defense, then my back can kind of back it up.
And what is about your defense that why have you always liked defense?
I don't know. I think I just
Think about when a ball's hit.
I just kind of moved.
You guys turned a nice little double play there. Tell me about that. That's right. It was kind of a close play at first, but I think you got it done.
Yeah.
You had, I think you had 4 or 4, maybe 3 or 4 other ground out plays today, didn't you?
Yep.
And how was we noticed you did a little switch hitting today. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I got an at bat from the left side. I got one a couple weeks ago, and the very first pitch I was looking to attack, and I drove it opposite field, but it was foul. And then I grounded out, but it was from the left side, so it felt good.
All right, what was your best hit of the day today?
Definitely that third at bat, right up the middle for the double, in the right center gap.
Yep, we kept hoping for somebody to put one on the fence today. We couldn't quite get it done. We had a couple right to the fence. Andrew bounced one down to the right field fence, and Brooks and Ben, but we couldn't. We were looking for it.
Yep.
Did the coach just tell everybody to swing for the fences today?
Not really. They were just saying just do your job.
So what are you thinking? You got probably at least one more game on Friday, right?
Yeah, and if you get hot at the right time, I mean, you can start a little spark and try to make a run in the playoff.
So the last question I think is, what is the you've lost some close games. You're right there at basically almost a win-loss equal record. Maybe some people sleep on you a little bit. How's the team attitude going into this weekend of the state tournament?
I think it's really good, especially after those close games against Grantsville last week. I think we're ready to make some noise. I think we're going to turn some heads and surprise some people.
Okay. Well, that's all we got, Ash. Congratulations on your most valuable player today, and it looks like there's a nice hat for you from Morgan Sports Network.
Sweet, thank you.
You wear that with pride.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, we're going to wave out the camera. Oh, looks like they switched it off, but the camera's looking out the window. There you are right there,
yes,
Ash.
Sir.
So congratulations on your MVP and a great season.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, T. Quigs. Let me end this here. Well, thank you. This is Tyler Quigley again. For David Halls, PJ Williams, Mike Despain, Trevor Lindley, Austin Barlow, I'm Tyler Quigley. For those of you who have joined us from around the corner or around the globe, we appreciate you watching the Morgan